struggle is true. All my people stand firm, and I will stand with you. Struggle is real. Struggle is true.
Aloha and welcome back to the Defeating Camp podcast. I'm your host, Andy Bestwick. Today we're diving into one of the most iconic endurance events in the world, the Moloka Hoe, the World Championships of outrigger canoe racing. This race is more than just a 42-mile island-to-island channel crossing. It's a test of endurance, teamwork, and cultural tradition that connects modern athletes with voyaging heritage of Hawaii and Polynesia. In this episode, we'll talk about what it means to paddle at this level, from the structure of the canoe itself to the unity it takes for a crew to find a perfect rhythm, to the cultural weight of representing Kauai and Hawaii on a global stage. I'm especially proud to share that the Spirit of Can is sponsoring Sonny and his team in this year's race, supporting not just athletes, but a tradition of resilience, community, and the Can mindset. Sonny has become a friend and awesome ambassador of the Can brand. You'll hear it in the way he is in this interview. His humility, his kindness, his absolute stoke for the sport and for his crew. To bring us into this world, we couldn't ask for a better guide than today's guest, paddler and community leader Sonny Cruz. He's joining us right where the story begins on Kalapaki Beach in Lihue, Kauai. Many of you who have visited the island may know this spot well. It's where Sonny and his crew train. With a canoe, they'll be racing in the World Championships. It's the same beach I used to surf at after work, and where generations of paddlers continue to launch into the ocean. A quick note before we dive in. You'll notice the audio isn't perfect. It's a little windy, but I want you to imagine you're standing there with him, right next to the canoe, listening to Sonny as he shares his story directly from the sand and ocean that have shaped him and his team. So let's take you there now. How's it, Sonny? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Andy. First of all, thanks for having me, man. It's always been awesome to be part of your team, part of this brand and what it stands for. The idea of overcoming your obstacles is something I think that every day we all need to work through, and we all need to be present in every day. So yeah, I'm stoked to be here, man. Stoked to share this sport with whoever watches the podcast. For me, it's really cultural. It's tied to my ethnicity, and then also this sport has traveled the world, like they just had the World Long Distance Championships in Brazil. People all over the world are paddling Hawaiian canoes.
Beautiful. I actually was thinking about it. I was on a bike ride this morning and endorphins in, and I was thinking about watching Chief of War on Apple. Right? Yeah. And I was literally thinking about it. I was like, man, it's such an epic part of culture in Hawaii. Paddling. I mean, obviously the beauty of the sport came not just from tradition, but a way of life of inter-island travel and really how original people arrived in Hawaii. It's almost like Voyagers is in your bloodline, and honestly, it's probably in everybody's to a degree. In
it is
technology, just the methods and the way about culturally in Hawaii. Let's just talk about paddling in general. Let's talk about the canoe itself a little bit. Can you just talk about what goes into it and just break down the basics of the canoe?
Okay, so there's many different parts of the wa'a. I'll go over the ones
wa'a
that I'm familiar with.
Canoe for those
is the canoe.
Yeah.
So in Hawaii, we call it wa'a. Tahiti, they call it va'a. In Aotearoa, they call it waka. So, and then a lot of other islands have some variation of that, right? But basically, it's all pretty much the same. At the front of the wa'a, we have the manu ihu, which is the nose. And if I'll just get up, I'm trying not to get too much into the wind here. Let's see if I can flip this around. So this right here is the manu ihu, which is, you can see the inoa, the name of our wa'a. Her name is Imiloa. And that was the name that was given to her. And we believe that the wa'a are a person in themselves. So they are like, how the Seahawks have the 12th man. They're the 7th man. So Imiloa is the 7th man in our 6-man crew. And in C1, you have the stroker. The stroker sets the pace for everybody. We all follow the stroker. C2 would be like the secondary stroker. So when C1 is on the other side, C2's job is to maintain the same timing. And everything in this sport, in this cultural sport, is about timing. It's not just about one person or the individual. It's about the whole crew. We all have to work together. C3 calls the changes. When you change over sides, call the bumps. C4, C3, 4, 5 are like the powerhouse. They're like the motors. They're the strong guys. 4 is definitely a powerhouse. 5 would be like a secondary steersman in really large, big conditions. It's good to have a C5 that can steer the canoe. 6 obviously is going to be the steersman. So between 6 would be the captain and 3, because those two positions, they're all important. They all are part of it. But those 2 positions, they call bumps. You want to surf the canoe as much as you can because it gives you a break as much as you need. You know, it's like we're doing the Moloka. It's going to be 42 miles. So in 42 miles of paddling, you know, there is some water changes. We're jumping it out, but in order to be efficient, you need to utilize the ocean as much as possible and the mana, the strength in the ocean. So those seats are really critical when it comes to that.
Yeah. Great description. And I was thinking about all the aspects of it in my short 1-year paddling career with the Moloka.
Yeah. Big club.
I'll never forget Gooddale, Kavika.
Yeah. Kavika's still around, bro.
Yeah. He's a legend out there.
A legend.
And, you know, I was like super new to the sport, and I learned so much in the timing. And I think if you could speak to, when you said the timing, I was thinking of the clean paddle strokes, paddle in the water, paddle out of the water. The consistency, timing is so key. And if you could just speak to the feeling you have when the boat has lift. And when I say, you can describe that lift, but it's this incredible feeling for anyone who hasn't been in a canoe. It's almost if it's floating, or it's like it's hovering a bit above the water. And when someone is catching the swell also and the waves, it's pretty unbelievable. Can you just talk about, so people can maybe visualize?
Absolutely. I mean, timing is, you know, they say timing is everything. This particular sport, there are one-mans as well, but this one, timing is so critical that you can feel when someone's off in the water. You can feel the different pools. So at the front of the stroke, we have the catch. That's when you set your blade in the water. Really good crews enter the same and exit the same. So there's the exit of the stroke, there's the catch, the entry, which is part of your catch, the power phase, and then you come out with the exit of the stroke. All of that is critical in itself, just entering and exiting, but not only entering and exiting, but how you pull. Some people, when they enter the water with their paddle, pull right away, and then they release halfway through the stroke and come out. When you have a really good crew, I really believe that this crew we have is probably the best crew I've ever been with. The pull throughout the whole stroke is the same. It's all the same, and you can feel it. When you have that feeling that we're all in sync and we're all together, we call it lokahi. Lokahi is unity in Hawaiian. It's like we're one. We're not 6 different people or 7 with our wa. We're one. We're one unit, one person. That is called the glide. When we have the glide, I would liken it to, like, you're a surfer, Andy, you know, like once you get on a wave, when you're paddling to get in, and then you feel that lift up, and you're in what we would call the glide, basically. It's the effortless effort. You don't need to put any effort into it. It's just going. A good buddy of mine, Shaden, he uses that term. You know Shaden, right? Shaden is badass. I got to give him a plug. But he's one of the guys that I really look up to. Besides him, Butch, Bronson, DJ, Keone, Miyake. There's a lot of good paddlers. But his thing is effortless effort. If that makes any sense. So when everybody's hitting the same, everybody's entering, exiting the same, we got the same pull, we got the same body motion when we're rocking back and forth in the canoe, it's all the same. We get that perfect feeling of effortless effort. It's like you asking yourself, am I really doing anything in this canoe? But you are. It's just that everybody's in lokahi and in sync together that it feels like effortless effort. It's amazing. It's the feeling you strive for all the time. And when you get it, you burn it in your mind, you lock it in.
I love it. I was thinking about it today and how to describe it. Endurance team sports, it's rare that you have that experience where you're simultaneously in this same flow state. If you can achieve it, everybody's got to be together, and then you, in these moments, enter the flow state with everybody feeling that same vibe. It's pretty incredible. I would say in cycling that, you know, the team time trial, but I couldn't actually think of it endurance team sports, you have that, except for rowing crew. I mean, they could totally understand that same.
Yeah.
That is another beautiful sport in terms of timing, effort. Maybe describe some of the races. The 42 miles, is it 42? Is that the crossing? So you're doing the crossing for everyone. Can you explain that a little bit?
Okay, so this one coming up is basically like the World Championship of long distance open ocean channel crossings. This one is called the Moloka Hoe. It's been around a long time. It has history behind it that honors this crossing as well. It's from Molokai, Haleolono Harbor to Waikiki. I believe that the finish is right at the pier by Hilton Hawaiian Village, around that area. It's an epic crossing because you do it with 9 people. In our division, it's 9 people. I believe most of the divisions are 9 people, if not all of them. You start out almost where, well, the last time I did it, I've only done it once before. You don't really see Oahu too much.
Yeah.
You're kind of just going out there like
low in the water. Yeah.
You're like, bro, okay, I hope we're pointing the right way. I mean, they have rum line. You figure out where your rum line is, and this and that. And psychologically, you're heading into, you don't know where. Yeah, you kind of don't have an idea.
Right.
If there's rain and anything, you're definitely not going to see it. So anyways, mentally, it's challenging as well for that reason, but then also because the water in that channel is so unpredictable where you can do it every year, but it's just going to be different every time.
The currents,
there's lots of things in those waters. You're doing water changes out there. It's the most beautiful thing. I would almost say it's black. Like the water is, I don't know how deep the channel is. I never looked it up or anything, but I know that water is it's like black water. That's how deep it is. So, you're jumping in and out of the canoe in this water, you have that going, you have the distance, you have the not being able to see the island, maybe if there's weather conditions, you have the different conditions in the channel, the wind, it's coming from the side this way, which is kind of better than it coming from your ama on the other side, because that kind of lifts the ama and makes you want to huli. But still, you're working all this different currents and different aspects, different winds. So it's not like you're paddling in flat water where you can just get a nice good stroke and just, you can focus on that. You're doing all these other environmental factors. Yeah, exactly. It's not Wailua River. So, that all together, makes it just as challenging as it is. And then also this year's Molokai is going to be the biggest, as far as I know, what I've been told is it's the biggest yet. So I believe there's over 100. They capped it. And that's just amazing that there's such an outpouring of different communities around the world that are going to come together and converge on Molokai and do this channel crossing. So with that, it really just makes it just that much of the highest level of competition we can do.
And so the practice and the training, is this towards the end of the season or beginning of the season? Can you kind of describe your rep?
This would be the end of the 6-man season.
Okay.
So this would be the last race of the 6-man season. This would be the end. We just did a race, which is a channel crossing. That was from Maui to Molokai. And that one is called the Pailolo Challenge. And that one, I believe, was about 27 miles. The associations are really good about setting these races up to increase in distance and build you up, all for the Molokai Hoe. But we did do this Pailolo Challenge, and it was amazing. It was an amazing race. We were blessed to be able to compete, and it was my first time doing that channel. I will say that I think if you are going to do a 6-man open ocean channel crossing and you want to have the highest level of fun, I think that would be the one, because it's just the way the waves line up, especially when you get to Kamalo Bui by Molokai, is like everything is lined up. You're just going down beautiful. These massive faces.
Yeah.
Seat 1 and 2 are trying to just step out of the water, and it's like you got to put a mask and a snorkel on. You know what I mean? It's amazing, man.
Yeah,
it was a great race. Prior to that one, we did the Napali Challenge. And that Pailolo Challenge, you can iron it. You can do it mixed. You can do it relay.
Is iron solo?
Iron is you don't change out. You stay in the boat the whole time.
That's rugged.
So yeah, it was for us, we were about 2 hours and 47 minutes in our crossing. I thought we did great because we ended up, I believe, 11th or 12th place overall, which is pretty solid. You can do it iron if you want to go all the way Get the most out of it. You can do a 9-man relay or you can do a 12-person relay. Got something for everybody.
So the team, real quick, you've got of the 9. You want to share some of the names?
Yeah,
How do
sure.
you not? Just
Sure,
curious
yeah.
what the
No, no,
spread is, because I know you got some guys near my age, near 50, and then you've got some teenagers too. So if you could share that, I think that's an important dynamic to consider.
Yeah. It's really amazing. Canoe paddling, I mean, it's just such a sport where you can end up as a 50-something-year-old, you can end up in a crew with 16-year-olds. If you have that level of training and endurance, you can do it. It's just interesting how we have this blend. Like our youngest guy is Elijah Inoka. His dad is a solid paddler. He comes from a line of paddlers. Really good kid, really good paddler. 16 years old, I believe. We have Timmy Pierce, who is 18. I think he just graduated. These are both Kauai natives. We have Timmy's brother, Caleb. He's 20, I believe. We have Kaiva Rube, another come from a line of paddlers. Well, actually, the Pierces as well, Caleb and Timmy. Their mom is the solid paddler, Nalani. She's also the coach of our kids program. So you have Kaiva Rube, comes from a solid line of paddlers as well. You have Bronson Iwohi, you know the musician Bronson?
Yeah.
He's with us as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
He's a solid paddler.
Yeah.
Solid paddler.
Wow.
Yeah, you got him. How is he? 30 or something. And then you got BJ Iwohi, another solid paddler. These guys have been paddling for a long time. You got myself. I'm 45.
Awesome.
You got Butch
The Hammer.
a legend. Yeah,
the legend.
The Hammer. The legend in his own right, bro. In many different sports.
Oh, dude.
He's a mentor. I look at him as a mentor.
I know he's legit because I've raced
Yeah.
bikes with him and he's put it to me. So I know how strong that dude is.
Dude, he's strong. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's strong physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Another guy joining us from Oahu, Kaeo Abby. He's a big wave canoe surfer. That guy has so much experience and so much to offer as well. But yeah, that's our crew,
Awesome.
man.
Who's 6 and 5? Who are your steersmen?
The change chart is
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
top secret right now.
Oh.
I do think Kaiva's going to end up there maybe once in a
Okay.
while. And possibly Caleb and Kaeo for sure. Kaeo
Awesome.
Abby for sure.
Awesome.
So yeah. Yeah.
It's a huge part of it, but it sounds like you guys have been doing a lot of training together and you're set. So
Yeah.
that's super exciting. When is the race?
October 12th.
Okay.
Sunday, October 12th. And it should be broadcast live if anyone wants to catch it.
Yeah.
Ocean Paddler TV, Facebook.
Okay.
I think it might be on their YouTube as well.
And for anyone out there interested in the paddle community and getting involved, what would you recommend? Any clubs? Are there any entry-level clubs or groups?
Come on down to Wailua River. We're open to everybody. We try our best to perpetuate Hawaiian culture as well as this sport and the family aspect too. We have a lot of paddlers that are from generations, and then we have parents that are paddling and their kids are paddling as well. They do it together, you know, and we really seek to honor that. But I mean, there's us, there's the Moloka, there's Hanalei, there's Kaiola. There's a lot of great clubs. Kilohana on the west side, Kainamakua, you guys all know him as Kamehameha.
Yeah.
I brought a solid, they got one solid program over there. I highly recommend them as well. And just getting out there, you know, getting out, seeing a club. I mean, paddlers are, I would just speak to paddlers as they're very welcoming and it's a very community-based sport. So you're always welcome, especially here on Kauai. I mean, Kauai, very, very welcoming, very good.
Yeah, and everything I saw in the paddling community was people really wanting to share not only cultural aspects, but also the training technique, so secrets. They're giving it all away and inviting you to take part.
Yeah.
But I have a good friend, a shout out, Martine Garcia, but she's just another badass endurance athlete. You might see her out there. But anyway,
Sure.
I'm super, super excited to be supporting this, and Spirit of Can loves being part of this. And just for everyone else, there's big sponsors involved like Tomba for their team and others. Want to give them a shout out. Because, and Captain Andy, right?
Captain, if I want to give a shout out,
Yeah.
I can give you the list, man. But I really appreciate you supporting us with Can.
Matic.
Also, Captain Andy's, Gabe, you're the man, bro, Gabe. Really appreciate you. Captain Andy's actually is really good for the whole community of Kauai, just like you guys, at Can. Tomba, RS Weir Construction.
Oh, what? You got to get.
Yeah, he's a legend in himself. Or his son. And then we got Jed Gushman, who sponsored us as well. We got Fantasy Tees, Mike Pemberton, solid guy. Fantasy Tees, bro. Hit him up. And then, of course, our board and all the people, all our families, the parents of the younger paddlers that are supporting them, our community. We're just thankful and we're blessed, man. We just give God all the praise and all the glory and everything, and just thankful for you and for others that are doing good things for our community. Without you guys, this wouldn't be the community that it is. And we definitely have a good community here on Kauai.
Super, super easy. And
Yeah.
so lastly, obviously, there is a lot of cost involved to get the crew, and they're taking your canoe over, right?
Yeah. Ship.
Yeah, it's huge. Can you just describe the dimensions of it and all that? I mean,
So it's about 44 feet long. The Ama in itself is probably about 12 feet. So yeah, she's definitely pretty large. When we ship her, I mean, we have to be extra careful. So we take the most carefulest consideration shipping her. But yeah.
we're looking forward to how it all goes, and I'm wishing you guys all the aloha and luck, and hope you guys in that flow state throughout. And again, just
Yeah, brother.
proud to be connected with you and all you're doing in the community. And we'll catch up. Maybe we'll do a
brother.
recap at the end and get Butch on there too.
Yeah, that sounds great, man. I think the guys would be stoked. We can get some of the young guys on here
Oh,
and
man,
share
I
their
love
experience.
that.
Because
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, 4 of them, it's their first time crossing the channel. So
Wow, it's
super
a
stoked
big-
for them.
It's, a
And
big
it's
deal.
all the young guys.
I mean, for
Yeah.
people that don't know, the ceremony at the end, I get kind of chicken skin just from what I've seen, the emotions of it, because it's not only a huge ultra endurance race or enduring, but the cultural aspect is really, really significant. And so I think for those 4 and for anybody able to do it, and if you're on Oahu, just get down there and welcome them when they come in.
Come on down.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll call it a wrap here. Thanks for everything, Sonny. We'll catch you
Okay, brother.
soon.
Mahalo to you guys. God bless. Aloha.
Struggle is true. All my people stand firm, and I will stand with you. Struggle is real.